Sheila Tone, an RN, had a professional career as a supervisor in nursing homes. Today, she's a resident at Levendale Hebrew Geriatric Center and Hospital. In a small group discussion, she and other residents redefine abuse from their own perspectives.
Looking back over quite a few years, maybe 25 or so, I have seen some pretty awful things in long-term care, like people just, somebody is wet or dirty, they just put a pad over it and don't bother changing the bed or cleaning the person up. That's important. And I've seen that a lot. I've seen people throwing the medication away because it's easier than giving it, trying to make somebody take it. I have seen people not even encouraging somebody to eat, and you don't want it. They just set it down and they leave, and if you eat it, that's fine. If not, hey, not my problem. They take the tray away. And I think that's one of the worst things. Not coming when somebody is calling, not being sure that the person is safe and not falling, not being there when somebody needs help. As I recall, abuse used to be physical abuse. Bruises on arms, black eyes, broken teeth, broken limbs. I think it's expanded quite a bit now. It's more subtle. It doesn't have to be physical. It can be mental abuse, psychological abuse. You don't know who I am and you just come and you do. That's abuse. Not giving choices, that's abuse. Ignoring people, that's really abuse. And that happens. But I think it's more psychological than physical now because people know that that is abuse. And so I think that's pretty much stopped, but not altogether. I have seen in other facilities that the residents were just patients. The woman in 327, the broken leg in 162. No name, no anything, no way of knowing that it's a person, not just a condition or a place on this earth. It's important here that everybody knows everybody's name. It amazes me that people I've seen once know the names and know pretty much what you like and what you don't, where it's impossible if you don't know the person. You cannot know what they want or what they need.
Well, I think that's very important because we have two ladies here that know me inside out, and they know exactly how I feel or when I need a medication. But those that don't know me, I feel kind of badly about it because basically they're new and they might just be here for temporarily.
I think it's important for the staff to know me or all of the residents because I think they would know better how to deal with you, you know, your situation. Because when I first came here, I was so depressed and everything. And one of the staff said something that really upset me. And she said that, why didn't I go to the dining room? Well, I didn't want to be around people, and I was in so much pain and everything. And so I told her I didn't feel like going. So she said, well, there's people here that are sicker than you are, and they go. And that really upset me.
If the call bell isn't where I can get at it, or somebody didn't come, that's worse than abuse, that's danger. My life is in danger if that happens. I pretty much can take care of myself and any problem, but what if I couldn't? What if I were in the physical condition that I am in and not have the ability and the knowledge and the experience to do for myself that I do have? That would be terrible.
At Levendale, it's fine where my things are placed. Call bell, wheelchair, and things like that. At Levendale is perfect. Maybe some other place it may not be the same, and it would be a bad situation for me.
The little things are important. When they put you into bed, you want to go into bed comfortable because you're going to go in there for the night. At 7 o'clock at night, you're going to bed like a child, and you're going to go in there for the night. You're going to watch TV, you're going to lay there. They might be giving you medications. You might, if you have a phone, you might want to make some phone calls. Things you want to do, make sure they're always in the right position. You got books, you want them on top of your table so you can read them and put them back. You want everything in the right position. So when you get to bed, there's certain quirks everyone has that, God, I'm going to put my foot up his way tonight. So everyone has that, whether you're in a hospital or you're out of a hospital. But you try to, the nurse's aide will get that for you and take care of it properly. The nurse's aides that know you well will know exactly what you want.
The telephone is important to the patient. With me, it's important because I've been married to my husband 60 years. So he calls every morning to see how I'm feeling. If I can't reach and it rings 10 times, that bothers me.
I like my, if I'm sitting here in the chair, I like my table in front of me, I have a telephone. The reason I got a telephone for is to communicate with my wife or anybody else wants to call me. And there are people that call me certain days of the week. I have grandchildren, I call them, or my daughter, call her. And very important to my wife. My wife's not an well woman, so she wants to keep in touch to make sure I'm all right. She worries a lot. She's a very worrier.
I think it's important to have choices in all things. We get to choose what we wear, do our own hair. There's a beauty parlor, but we do what we want with our hair, with our food, with what we do during the day. That's very important. If I were to be told, wear this or wear that or do this, I think that is abusive. Some places you stay in a hospital gown all day with a robe. You're not a person. Here, you have your clothes, you wear what you want to wear, and I think that's important.
As long as I have the choice to say no or yes, I feel comfortable with that, and it's not an abusive thing to do.
I would be so upset if my things were touched. I don't mean touched, I mean moved, changed, taken away. I have a place to lock things if I want them locked up. I have all my personal belongings in my room because I'm a permanent resident here and that's my home. And I would be really put upon if somebody would come and mess with my stuff.
They're important to me because they're mine, but anything that's real valuable, I don't have here.
I got a little corner, I gotta stick the wheelchair in, I got a chair in the corner, and everything that I need, I throw on a chair.
The thing that bothers me the most is, as I just said, having my scissors borrowed without someone asking me to borrow them. Suppose the person next door needs something cut. A helper might say, oh, I know where there are some scissors. She dashes over here, borrows my scissors without asking me. Then I forget who I lent them to. Then I have to go and get my husband or my family member to buy some more for me.
I would have been very abused because I'm the kind of person that has to keep busy all the day. I worked all my life, and if I don't have something to do, I'm unhappy. So Jen will tell you that I report to the activity girls that are so wonderful here, that as long as they have any little job to do, how minor or unimportant it might be to some people, it's a big thing for me. And I really have to keep busy in order to make myself as sane as I can be.
It meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to me in a lot of ways. The first thing it meant a lot to me is getting around, getting to talk to more people, being more independent.
Makes me feel good about myself because I feel like I am really a normal, fairly normal human being that's able to give input to certain things that are asked of me and certain things that I do for the day, make the day go by.
You have an assistants that come in, and they're from an agency, and they've been coming a while, and they know you. They more or less have an idea what you like. And they're much more friendlier at that point because they've already gone through it. Or you made them feel very at ease and friendly while you were with them. Some of them are a little harder. Some of them don't have the bedside manner they should have, which is very important of anyone. And they're more or less into, let's do it right away and get it done over with. And I'm only going to get a paycheck out of it, what do I care? And that's it. Those people shouldn't even be in the business because they do not only affect me, they affect everyone around them. And actually, if they're working on a team, on the team that I have working with me, they don't make the whole team look good.
Oh, yes, it makes a difference if the person comes in with a sour face and doesn't say anything and just starts doing things. And if somebody comes in and says hello and calls me by my name and tells me what they're going to do or who they are even, it makes a tremendous difference. I'm a person and I expect to be treated as a person, not just the body in that bed. That's abuse.
Some of the assistants, they don't have any personalities at all. They come into work, they got to work the next 8 hours or so. Man, we'll get through it, you know, they come in, they take care of you, they change you, and they do this and that. They'll do it. Some will have an attitude about, what do you want? What do you bother me for? You don't just see them sitting down, you know? And even though you can't see them sitting down, but that's where it comes off. And someone will come in and say, what can I do for you? And I'll take care of it right away for you. More of a positive attitude. That's the ones you got to look for.
I don't know. I would feel terrible. I wouldn't want to be there. You know, I would be very upset if I was in a lot of pain and didn't get attention, you know, medication. And if anything that I really needed, it would be awful. The only problem I do have is that sometimes you put your call light on and nobody responds right away. That's one of the problems. But I understand too that people are busy sometimes and they can't get to you right away.
We get 3 meals a day in here. But if the nursing assistant hasn't given me my teeth, it'll just sit there. Can you see how they're sitting there now?
I have feelings. And when a nurse aide tell me that, try to embarrass me and tell me that once you wipe yourself, you know, it hurts. I can't do it.
When somebody comes into my room with their name tag turned around, which does happen because they're clip-ons, it really bothers me because